Hey, what's going on? This is Dave Tula with Roofing Leads on Demand, and I wanted to make this quick video for you to detail our exclusive roofing appointment partnership program. And it's going to show you how we can get your phone ringing with really high quality, ready to buy roof repair and replacement customers for the highest ROI possible. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So we're going to cover how to get you these appointments and how we get you these appointments. And we have a proprietary secret sauce system that very few companies are actually using. We're going to teach you how to know if your current marketing and your advertising and your SEO is working, or if you guys are being completely ripped off and misled. If your old customer acquisition efforts have failed, and what you can do about it, and the step-by-step process we've used to generate tens of thousands of extremely high quality estimates and millions of dollars in new revenue for our clients. So this is a presentation for roofing business owners who want to make more money, who are really good at what they do. They might be burned out, want to leverage their time. You want to work smarter. You want to spend more time doing what you love and fulfill your dreams and not be working, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for the next 30 years. You don't like seeing customers go to competitors. You might be sick of your competitors, your lower quality ones, ripping off homeowners and business owners who don't know any better. They're using, low quality materials. You got to be honest. You got to offer really high quality service. You have to have a proven track record of success, because we're not just going to work with anybody. We have a very specific criteria of clients and partners really that we're looking for. So it's not just going to be anybody that we're going to work with, because it has to work for both of us. You got to have some room for growth. You don't have to have tried everything and failed. Hopefully you haven't tried everything and failed and want to make more money. But if you have, this could be a really good program for you. And if you're kind of just starting off and you've yet to try everything and failed, this could be a really good program for you. So let's just get right into how it works. So we get the phone ringing with really high quality customers by attracting them from 3 different sources. Google, which is the main source, and there's 3 different sub-sources: Google Maps, Google Search, which is organic, and Google AdWords. So what we do is we build you out a very highly converting landing page, and we would put your information, your logo, and a call tracking number up, and you would know when the customers are coming from us, because the customers are going to find you when they type in roofing in Dallas, roofing in Jacksonville, commercial roofing San Diego, for example. We have a #1 ranking that gets some leads every single month. We have a pool service site. We have tree service sites. We have commercial roofing Boston and Los Angeles. We have all kinds of different industries that we've worked with, and it works the same in every single industry. A tree service site, #2 on the Maps rankings. When someone Googles tree service Fresno, they're going to come up with 2 different listings. So we're going to show you how to get there, and how to get your phone ringing with these qualified customers, and I'll do that in just a second. So these are some of the results that we've had. A roofer just landed a almost $70,000 deal. This person put out, one of our partners put out almost $2 million in estimates. Another one of our partners, $2 million insurance bid on a separate job down in Oklahoma, I believe. This one is in Winchester. One of our partners put out a bid for $235,000. One of our partners, 17 commercial roofing leads in a little over a month. One of those was $140,000. This is a separate job that we sent, a 33,000 square foot retirement facility for a complete repair, but possibly could turn into a complete replacement. It goes on and on. This is a $100,000 inspection that this partner of ours gave. This was a almost $500,000 inspection that this partner of ours won. We have tree service. We've worked with solar. We've worked with fencing. We've worked with all kinds of different industries. And like I said, it works the same in every single industry. This company had never generated what's called an organic lead before, and they generated over 100 in a couple month period. This company, our pool service partner, never generated an organic lead before, and now he gets over 100 leads, and not just a lead, but a customer on the phone who needs service every single month. 20 leads in 3 weeks. Our tree service guy averages 150, 160 leads, calls every single month, 30 calls in 29 days, 14 calls in 21 days. So the reality is that you're either maximizing your customer acquisition or your competitors are. And how do you know if you are or you're not? So just go on to Google and Google roofer, your city. So let's go roofer, Jacksonville, Florida. So that's being searched, excuse me, 1,600 times. So there's 1,600 people looking for a roofer in Jacksonville every single month. So that's a third-party tool that I have. And then there's also another third-party tool that validates that same number, about 1,300 searches a month, and that's keywordtool.io. So there's a ton of volume of potential sales for whoever is mastering Google, right? So I'm gonna explain this in a little bit, but I want to focus how to make the money from these 3 rankings here. Okay, so these companies are here for a reason, and if you're not here, then you're missing out on potentially tens of millions of dollars in revenue. So let's say if there's 1,600 searches for this one keyword, we're not talking about roofing, we're not talking about all this other suburbs, we're not talking about roofing contractor, which might be another 500 searches. We're just talking about this one particular keyword. So if there's 1,600 searches for this one keyword and you got, let's say, 30% of that traffic, we're looking at about 500 extra visitors a month. Now, if you turn even 20%, let's just say 15%, which is 150. That's 30%. 15%, 75. 15% of 50 is 75, right? Let me just do my math. I don't want to look bad in this video, huh? Oops, 500 times. Yeah, 75. So if you turn 500 visitors into 75 appointments, into 75 calls per month, and let's say you close, half of them, that's 37 additional sales you're going to make every single month. And if your average is 10K per job, you're looking at 370K per month. Times 12 months is we're looking at adding $4.5 million in revenue, and that's just based off of one keyword. It could be higher. Let's say I'm 50% wrong and it's 2.2 million. Let's say I'm 50% wrong again and it's 1.1 million. Let's say I'm wrong again by 50%. We're looking at $500,000 in additional revenue from one keyword. Okay, so you're either there or you're not, right? And so you're either crushing it or you're not. And so you either know your numbers, if you're buying leads, and if you're getting leads from different advertising sources, so you either know the exact cost per lead, how many of those leads are converting into appointments, your cost per appointment or opportunity, your closing ratio from appointment to sale, and then your ROI and cost per acquisition. And if you don't know these numbers, don't be afraid. Even some really large scale companies don't know their numbers. This is a $120 million company who doesn't have any idea of what their customer acquisition costs are. So don't be afraid if you don't know, we can help you determine that. So you're doing something. You might not be doing anything, which I consider would be I should put nothing right here, but the hope and pray. So you might be hoping and praying for new customers. You might be running AdWords, or someone's running AdWords for you. There's all kinds of different opportunities, and you're doing it or you're not. So you're doing it, you're crushing it. That's less than 1% of roofers. You're doing it because you think it's the only option that you have. You're not sure how effective. You're doing it because it kind of works, but you don't even really know how effective it is. You're doing it and it doesn't work, and this is probably the worst category to be in because you don't even know it. And you're not doing it because you found out, okay, this just is not producing a positive ROI, because there's only 4 things that matter. Getting customers to call you to schedule estimates, the quality of them especially, and the quantity of them, because I could send you 500 leads, and if none of them turn into appointments, if none of them are quality, then that doesn't matter, as compared to if I sent you 2 quality leads and one of them turn into an appointment and a sale, what's going to be better for you? So again, you have to turn these estimates into sales because the customer quality matters. And then how much are you paying in time and money to acquire these customers, and can you determine your ROI? And if you can't determine these things, how do you know if what you're doing is working, or at least how effectively it's working? And there's only one way to maximize these 5 things, and that's with our exclusive roofing partnership. So if you're ready to go, you want to apply for this, you can click the button below, or if this is an email, reply to it, or if this is a text, just send me a text right back. If you're ready to go, if you're ready to maximize your roofing business and take it to the next level, you don't have to watch the rest of the video. Now, if you want to learn the details, this next part of the video is going to be to show you exactly how, exactly in more detail, how it works. So like I said before, we get these properties ranked on the Google Organic section and the Google Maps section. And how do we know what Google is looking for? Well, based off of what Google has told you and based off of what your competitors are doing, all you have to do is look at these 8 to 10 main factors. And one of the huge main factors is what's called a link signal. Okay, and so the quality of your links, basically just optimizing your site according to what Google wants more than your competitors. I think that's a huge key, is determining that you need to do it more than your competitors, because there's a reason that, let's just look at Jacksonville. We'll stick with Benton Integrity Roofing. There's a reason he's ranked number 4, and there's a reason he's ranked number 3 with 4 or with 25 almost 5-star ratings. And I'm going to get right into why that is on the back end, because we know that he gets so much traffic because this is the click-through rate. You get almost 30 to 35% of all the clicks if you're number 1, and the first page of Google gets 95% of all the traffic. So why is this guy's business and his site ranking above competitors? It's not magic. You take a look at what he's doing, and he has somebody, or he is really good at it himself, that knows what they're doing, right? Because he's building really strong, powerful backlinks that's just outranking competitors. Okay, and I'm going to get to what those backlinks mean in a second. And you can also take a look at the URL score, the URL quality rating, to see exactly what he's doing, and you can basically just emulate that to a certain degree. And again, he's getting, let's take a look, about $5,000 a month, and it's probably more. This usually tends to underestimate at times how valuable this traffic is. $5,000 a month in free traffic, so $4,500 a month worth of free traffic. Okay, and you can see how many visitors are coming to his site, and these are very high quality targeted visitors. So if you could get in the same position, you could have all these leads coming to you regardless of where you're at in the country. So how do we maximize your customer acquisition online? Like we said, we build you a separate website, and we optimize that website. So this is nothing special here. This is pretty standard, SEO. Any good company can do this for you. But what's really proprietary about what we do is what's called our roofing link juice. Now, link juice is a non-technical SEO term. It references the value of a link to your particular website. So the multitude of quality backlinks is one of the most important search factors. So I have a visual for this. So basically, there's nothing wrong with how this guy looks. He just doesn't have the link juice, right? So this is somebody that's ranked on the 8th page of Google. He's just not doing the right things to get jacked up and to get juiced up. Okay, now you do the right things. This is pretty natural look. You do strength training, you do nutrition, you do cardio. You do whey protein supplements, and you're gonna look like this. So this is like a first page, first or second page ranking. Now, what's the difference between being ranked number 1 and being ranked like number 10 on the first page of Google? Okay, there's something different about this dude here and this dude here, okay, he's still pretty jacked up. I actually don't even know if this is the same person, but can't believe everything you read online. So he's doing something a little bit different, okay? It looks like he got some juice, okay? Our special proprietary, what's called roofing link juice, is so unique that it builds up the power of the sites that we've built. So you combine it with, you know, the standard SEO, the on-page optimization, and you inject it with a couple, you know, legal and ethically approved steroids. It's going to shoot your rankings up to the top. As the rankings from the site start to increase, the amount of calls start to increase, and that's happened across all of our partners that we've worked with. So, you know, you have to be careful of some of these things on this side here. This is what, you know, some low quality companies will do, because it can lead to a penalty. We've never had a penalty in the 3 years that we've been doing this, and at best, you know, you'll have no improvement in the rankings. And I'll show you a couple examples of no improvements in the rankings. So another thing that we do is Google Maps, and almost nobody is doing this. And that's the section right below the ad section, to where it's still generating a lot. It can generate a lot of calls. So this is, again, pretty standard citations and optimizing your listing. And again, some kind of standard work here. But we're also using a proprietary process so unique that I can't even teach it because I signed an NDA that creates relevance all across the entire location that you're in, because the Google Maps algorithm is a little bit different than the Google organic ranking process. So once again, our ranking process, or it's more like a customer acquisition process, is much different because we focus on making you money, on getting decision makers to call you directly. We use this link juice process in our unmatched ranking system, our Maps ranking system, and we rank our website and partner with you on it for highly profitable keywords. So now, if you go on to Google and you go onto your iPhone and you Google yourself and you say Google in roofer in Jacksonville, Florida. Okay, the Maps algorithm is local proximity based. It treats everybody like a pizza shop. Okay, so that doesn't mean because you're ranked on one side of town that you're going to be getting the leads on the other side of town. But it is possible that you can do that using our proprietary system. So if you Google roofer near me or just roofer, again, just because you're showing up outside of your office, which you should be, hopefully, if you go to the other side of town on your mobile phone, or your computer is located on the other side of town, you're not necessarily going to show up, but you can do some things, and that's what our system is about, to make that more relevant and to generate more calls for you from the other side of town. Now, this is a very large commercial roofing company, and he put in a commercial roofing company outside of his office, okay, or inside of his office. He says, "Oh, we're good. We're ranked number 1." Okay, he says we must be on different Google sites. We're number 1 ranked for commercial roofing company. Not sure where page 6 comes from. We're happy with our current providers, and again, this is kind of some denial that we're seeing because he just doesn't know exactly how good it can be. So they're not ranked number 1. They were ranked number 6, and it's for that exact reason. Here's another, what I call like SEO ripoff trick, because you business owners don't know any better. Ranking for unprofitable keywords. So I pissed this guy off. I said, "You're getting crushed." I pointed out to him, "You're not ranking for roofer in your area. Make up shit, talk down, act like they're the greatest ever." I'm not the greatest ever. I am pretty darn good at what I do. Good luck at being mediocre. So he sends it off to his SEO guy. SEO guy sends me back, "Oh, here's what the competitors are doing. Here's what we're doing. So you better do a little more research before addressing a business owner." So I did a little bit more research from this highly recognized company. Same exact screenshot that he showed me. Okay, that's interesting. So let's look at those keywords that he's ranking for. Very low volume. Okay, that's good there, but it's a very low volume. Now, types roofing. What does that have to do with anything? Roofing, he's still on the second or third K-guard gutters. Okay, that has nothing to do with the actual location that he's in, which was Fort Collins. Okay, so roofer Fort Collins, if you Google it, this guy's ad came up. Okay, 400 people are looking for it every month. That's the keyword, and they're paying $35 for a click, not a lead. $35 for a click every time someone clicks their ad. It could be telemarketers, it could be, out of their service area, etc. But these companies here are crushing it, and that's all I did was point it out. So now, Mr. Number One company in the world wants to offer me a job, which is offensive to me because he should want to be working for me. But that's what you guys are dealing with, is crap like this. This is one of the best SEO companies out there. Okay, totally ripping you guys off. It makes me mad. And another trick, and I didn't even get to point this out, is again ranking for unprofitable keywords. It just blows my mind. So this is a guy that's he's been paying $2,000 a month for what is that, almost 6 months now, and he's getting this fancy report. He thinks he's doing okay. Okay, he's a commercial roofer in Dallas and Houston, and look how many clicks that he's getting. Okay, a click, not a call. You have to have clicks before you get calls from people looking for a commercial roofer in Dallas. Okay, that's because he's ranked on the 9th page of Google. Nobody goes to the 9th page of Google. Okay, you go to the first page, maybe second if you're lucky. 0 clicks. 0 clicks. Dallas commercial roofing contractors. 0 clicks. Okay, metal roofing, Houston, all 0 clicks. So what are you paying for? And that's a trick. Again, all this smoke and mirrors that companies use to mislead you guys. And it's just really, really unfortunate because you need to rank for highly profitable keywords and you need people to call you. The last way that we get really high quality leads, and I'll kind of briefly go through this, is the fast track paid ads that we have. So we generate really high quality leads for the lowest cost possible. Now, the lowest cost possible, that being said, it's still going to be more than the organic section because there's obviously a certain cost to it. But what we do is we use long tail keywords because there's going to be all kinds of things that people are searching for. So the benefits of using these long tail keywords is that the cost of it goes down and it's going to become more relevant. Okay, so the higher the relevancy of the ad, the higher click-through rate. Obviously, the landing page is going to have pretty high quality too, but that's going to lower the cost of your click. And if you lower the cost of your click and you increase the amount of conversions, that's going to improve your ad rank. So, when I first started off, this is what I did, and this is what 99% of companies do. You basically just have one campaign, one ad group, and a bunch of different keywords. But what I found out was that to maximize your cost per acquisition and to lower your cost per click, the amount of keywords you have to have has to be in the hundreds, if not thousands, and it needs to be a single keyword ad group. So that's how, when we first started off, we ran a campaign, and it takes time for the campaign to optimize. So these aren't fantastic numbers by any chance. This is just the first month. We had a budget of about $1,700, and it's crazy because the first 2 leads cost about $410. Okay, the next 3 leads, we cut that in half after the second week, and we added, or we lowered that cost to $235. And then the final week, and again, this is an ongoing campaign, but it's continuing to optimize. We got the leads, and these are call leads, for $83 a piece. So again, I wanted to reiterate the misconception that we're not selling leads, because lead generation companies, they're usually low quality. They're third party. Someone opt-ins to their site. They can end up being a lot more expensive. And here's a LinkedIn message that I got. This guy buys opt-in age data, calls them to generate these leads, $10 to $30. If it's a live transfer fee, it's $50 to $60 per call. Okay, the quality of that is extremely questionable. Okay. One of these storm chasing lead companies, 10 leads up front, terrible leads. So don't buy leads. There's a huge suit going out against HomeAdvisor just from a couple of days ago. Again, because they're recycling leads. you don't want to buy leads. You want the leads, you want the customers to contact you directly, and that's what we do. So the second misconception is that we're doing advertising. So this is not advertising. This is a partnership where we partner with you. We have all of our systems down, and we generate inbound organic leads for you, and we maximize your customer acquisition. And another thing, this is not SEO. This is SEO. I got an email just this morning. Hey, we'll help your website get on the first page of Google and increase the number of leads and sales you're getting from your website. I'm sure you will. It's probably $100 a month or $500 a month or something cheap like that. You don't need SEO. Okay, you need to rank for profitable keywords. You need link juice, and you need customers contacting you directly. So again, becoming as profitable as possible in our partnership program and not failing requires two things: high quality, highly targeted point of sale, real-time prospects, so people on the phone, and you need to convert those prospects into leads, the leads to appointments, and the appointments into sales. And so to get the maximum amount of highly targeted traffic, you have to be visible when people are searching for you. I mean, obviously, getting referrals is going to be your best source because it's free, but to get the maximum amount of high quality appointments and traffic, you have to be visible when the people are searching for you. And to be visible when people are searching for you, you need to partner with us, and you need the roofing link juice, or you need to maybe find someone who can give you the roofing link juice. But there's a huge cost and time and money associated with that, as well as trial and error. Some of the general questions that we have is, what's the cost? How many leads can you get? What will my customer acquisition costs be? Those are all three dependent on the size of the market, if it's a high storm damage area, and the size of the city. So we can talk about that if it's something that you qualify for. How do you know what leads come from our system? All the calls are tracked and recorded, so you know at the end of the month we sent you X amount of leads. If you're already working with an SEO company and you're in a contract with them, can we still work together? Absolutely, we do that all the time. Even if someone's working on your AdWords, we get you more leads for less. If you're a small company, you only have one crew, or if it's just you, this might be a good fit for you. We do have options, and we can discuss that if it's something you qualify for. If you want to expand into multiple locations, we can absolutely help you with that. How can you tell that the leads are going to be quality and not just a bunch of smaller repairs? We get all the leads. We get leads for high quality, low quality, and we send them all to you. We try to filter out the really low quality ones, but a lot of times what we found is that roof repairs, if you go out and you're someone that doesn't just do the computer program and sends them an estimate, but actually looks at the roof and you say, okay, this roof is 15 years old. You could do a $3,000 repair now with no guarantee, or we can do a $15,000 repair or replacement, and there's going to be a guarantee on it. Which one do you want to do? A lot of times, if you offer financing, they'll say, "Yeah, I'll do the $100 a month, one." We work with commercial and residential roofers. Yes. Now, if you're going to the slow season and you have a winter area or you're in a cold area, should you just start next year? Well, sometimes, in some cases, if it takes, it might take a couple of months to get this up and running, especially on the organic side. So if you're going into September and October, we can have you up and running by the spring. If it's the springtime, we can have you up and running by the middle of summer, and really get you going any time of the year. If you already have a marketing team on this and you're good to go, do you still need our services? Well, if you want more leads, if you want more traffic, if you want more calls for lower price than what you're paying, absolutely. So what can you expect to see as far as results? Generally speaking, leads from organic are going to be anywhere from 40 to 150 per call, per appointment, or less, because we always try to drive that cost down. And what we've found for our AdWords, our fast track program, is leads from 75 all the way up to 250, depending on what or appointments, depending on what the quality and the size of those jobs are. And that's generally speaking. And again, that's just usually for the first couple months. I have a guy that's getting calls for $12 to $15 a piece, and he's turning that into a huge ROI. So again, we need you to be making money if we're going to be making any money. So do we offer any guarantees? Yes, we do. We offer a minimum guarantee of at least 10 times your return on investment. So if you don't make that in at least 12 months, we will work for free until you do. And we only work with one roofer per service area. So yeah, make sure you sign up quick if you want to get your area secured. So where do you go from here? You can do nothing. You can keep on doing what you're doing, and if you're happy with that, that's fine. But if you want to make more money, lower the cost of your customer acquisition, become more profitable, then you're going to want to reply back to this email. Another thing you can do is try to do it all yourself. It's going to take a lot of time, a lot of money, energy, effort, trial, error. You know it, if you want to try to do it yourself. Now, again, if you want to see if you qualify for one of our programs, reply back to this email, or just click the button below, depending on if it's on YouTube or if I texted you this. So again, depending on what you might qualify for, we might have options available for you. So we're offering a personalized coaching course for roofers that are just starting off, that are under $500,000 to $1 million in revenue, and we can teach you how to, if you have more time than you do money, teach you how to do a lot of the things that we do ourselves. But if you're above $1 million, we have done for you services with exclusive territories ready to go. So once again, my name is Dave Fatula with Roofing Leads on Demand, and just click the button below, reply to this text, or shoot me an email back, and I am really looking forward to sending you out the application and seeing if it's something that we would be able to partner on. Have a great day. Thank you very much.